Actors, directors, geniuses Blaine Weaver and Logan Sledge play opening this weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, and tomorrow night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon.
What's the name of the play?
At Marjorie
A
Lyons
Steady
Playhouse.
Rain.
A Steady Rain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it you can get info on StageCenterLA.com.
You're good. You are good.
It's at my age, the
It's
fact that I
impressive.
remember Blaine is pretty damn impressive.
I remembered more than Blaine.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait, stop a second. You really don't know.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
As though when you meet people, that's the first thing that you tell them.
I usually don't drop it. I usually hold it back. You know, I think it gets better.
Until you get into the circle of
He
Blaine.
was in here one day
Does
drinking
Cherish
and
know?
Yeah, she does.
She doesn't. Okay, just making sure.
okay. Blaine's mother named him Blaine Neutron Weaver.
Neutron. That's
Your
right.
middle name is Neutron.
That is correct.
Let's get the reaction from the guest in the room.
I love it. I mean, I love it.
It's unexpected.
If you go to your Wikipedia page,
Yeah.
it says N-E-U-T-R.
No, it's spelled weird. It's spelled Nutron, which is worse. We
we
go.
need to call you Nutron.
We go with Neutron. No. Neutron is the name. It's my grandfather's first name, which again I don't really understand that. But my grandfather hated it so much he went by Cotton his
Excuse
whole
me.
life.
Logan, you okay over there, buddy?
But come on, don't I
gonna
kind
call
of
you
look like
Nut-
a Neutron? I
No,
mean,
you look like a nut Ron.
Yeah.
This is going to be such an awesome video later. We will put it up, by the way.
God. I need to talk to you, Blaine, about Louisiana Film Prize because they're announcing their top 20 films at a big event tomorrow night. It's a big deal. How important is Louisiana Film Prize to our area, to what you do for a living, to all the people that survive on that industry?
You know, I think it's huge. I think, I was a judge the first year, which feels like a billion years ago now, and it was great then, and it's just grown and become such this thing that pretty much everyone in the Arklatex is connected in some way. Like, they've had enough of these films. I made my first one this year, so I'm waiting to hear if mine got into
Tell
the
us
top
about
20.
that real quick. Yeah.
Well, it's I made this short horror film.
Excuse me just a second. And people always ask me this, and I'll bet you get this too about Film Prize. It was 15 minutes. Let me tell you, the winners, the runners-up, the best movies of the last decade or more, when you go watch them, and what comes to mind immediately is the bespoke tailoring of Mr. Bellamy.
Great.
Is as brilliant a 15 minutes of filmmaking as you will see anywhere. This is great stuff.
And it's very specific. It's like you can't go after a short film trying to make a short feature.
You
Like,
got a horror film this year.
Yeah,
you said.
and it's got some ghosts in it, and it's about a serial killer. It's a cool. It was a cool.
What's the name of
idea.
it?
It's called Ghosted.
So I'll watch for
you
that
watch
when
out
it comes
for it.
when it
Are
comes
you
out.
in? Did you do it
I'm
all?
in it. I did a writing, directing, acting thing.
He's in it, and his mustache is in it. Also.
I have a very unfortunate mustache. I have a mustache right now as well for this play we're doing, but the
You
mustache
look a
I
little
rock
ruddy.
in that
You look a little
show,
ruddy, my friend.
It is a bad mustache.
Let me
I do
ask
not
you
look
this:
right.
you say that this is great for the Arklatex, but there are filmmakers coming from all over the world to enter Film Prize. Why is this Film Prize one of the most popular ones now?
It's incredibly unique. I don't think there's anyone like it in the country. It's like this idea of like, hey, come here, make a movie here, and then if you have the best one, $50,000. No other film festival has that, right? Like other film festivals are more about like people from all over the country or whatever come here. But the fact that we have put the production into the area, that's a really cool thing. Because there's so many talented crew members and actors that they get to work, and ply their trade. When I did 6 Month Rule, there were all of these people from all over Louisiana, from all over the country who would come here because of the tax incentives and all that stuff. Right. And now a lot of those people are still here, and they're not getting to work as much as they can. So now, a lot of them make their bulk of their money for the year doing Film Prize because
Logan,
so many people are into it.
You're a Shreveport guy. You said you didn't start off as an actor. You started off in church stuff?
I did, oddly enough, given my current persuasions. But I started off church choir, and the director, Randy Edwards, great friend of mine, he pulled me aside one day. I don't know where this came from, but he wanted me to go out and start doing like miniature sermons, these kind of performance pieces.
Had you before then any inclination or urge to stand up in front of X number of people and and bare your soul.
No
pun intended.
No, but that was really, I mean, I look back at some of those pieces we did, and they were great acting lessons. You know, they were just great acting challenges. I mean, I can remember, for example, this play reminds me of it. We did this one deal in Colorado at a prison. And so, you know, we did, you know,
Tough room.
Yeah, I mean, interesting room. We did our first few songs, right? And then it's time for me to go out and stand there and do my thing in front of these hardened, you know, criminals, but people. And so I started, and they started talking back to me. And, you know, I'm used to very waspy, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just, you know, crowds where they're very polite and they sit there and listen. And these prisoners, they start screaming back at me, you know, yeah, yeah, that's right. And I'm 13 years old when I'm doing this.
Whoa.
And I'm going, I mean, it was a shocking experience, but you sort of, you that built-in energy of that audience actor interaction that takes place became so clear in that moment.
Okay, so you got a great singing voice then. Is there any singing in this little ditty y'all are doing?
No singing.
Not yet.
No
but there
singing.
could be. There could be. Why couldn't there be?
Which is interesting, and we've only got a couple more seconds. I before you go, I'll let you review all the play info. When you read about actors who do plays over and over again, like I've been on Broadway, it's a 6-month, a 1 year, an 18-month run.
Yeah.
And they talk about different interpretations or little twists or bends or turns that they'll give a character specifically night to night. Is a 3-day run going to give you enough time to do that? Or sort of dovetailing with that question, from where you started rehearsal X number of weeks or even months ago, how much evolution of a character is there in that rehearsal where maybe you look back and go, man, 6 weeks ago when I started this, I didn't know who this guy was.
Right.
Now it's totally different.
Yeah, I think it's a tremendous leap as far as rehearsals go. Every night is different, specifically because of the way the play is, because we talk so much, because we tell these stories. You know, I have a 5-page monologue where I tell this story about, you know, me beating up some guy on the street, and it's different every single night, and it's kind of like playing without a net, because it's literally just the two of us. There's no chance to go off stage and check your book to, you know, touch base with the stage manager. It's just, exactly, it is just us. I've never done a show like it. It's very exciting theatrically, and I think it changes every night.
It does change. Yeah, it's a more compressed time period, but there's still, you know, that however you chart that growth is still there.
You know, what Aaron and I talk about when we have guys like you in, guests like you in, is we talk about the amount of local talent that exists in the Arklatex for local theater, and dare I say, you two are just a couple of examples. I mean, you obviously a little beyond that at this point, but to come home and do this play specifically, which is going to be so awesome.
Well, you know, I fell into this great thing, not to, 5 years, right before I moved to New York, where I got offered a play here in town through an equity contract, you know, and now that's happened more and more. And Logan and I are both equity members, you know, and we get to go on the stage and actually get paid for it. And the theaters are actually making an effort to, you know, say, hey, we would love for you to play this role in this play, and we'll build the whole thing around you being there. I mean, my goodness, that's special. You know, Logan and I are both in that situation.
A professional contract in Shreveport, Louisiana is pretty remarkable.
So let us review once again as we wrap up. It's called A Steady Rain.
Absolutely. A Steady Rain. It is Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. StageCenterLA.com for tickets.
Which is at Marjorie Lyons Playhouse at Centenary.
That's right. And or you could call 318-218-9978.